So when it comes to manifesting, we're constantly told it's the feeling that counts, or do repetition, or do your affirmations, visualization. But what technique, what is the actual way that gets you the fastest and the best results? Now, number one, I want to just clarify, when I say the fastest, it will naturally happen when it's meant to happen, when you're in the right state of receiving. Because even I have received so many manifestations, which obviously I wanted earlier, but when they did come to fruition, I found that this was actually the best time for them, because I was in a better state to receive. And then going forward, it becomes the norm, because it's more like, for example, like money. So I have had money come into my life like constantly now, like a flow, because I'm not so focused on it, and because I've worked on myself and I've got the right sort of mindset, and I've put in the work, and I'm changing myself to receive, being open to receiving it, rather than, like when you're putting like in your manifestation like in a chokehold, if you're putting all that pressure on it, you're not letting it breathe and come to you. So when you relax and when you're in that right state, naturally you will get your manifestation come through. So going back to my purpose of this video, what is the fastest and best way to do your manifestation? Now, sometimes people do say it's the feeling that matters. However, what I have found is that, so put it in this context. Have you ever been like in a relationship, or have you ever met somebody, like go on a date or whatever, and like this person's really good for me, and like they're doing all the right things, they're treating you well, you've met them maybe a couple of times, but you're not feeling that spark, but this person's good for you, so you give them like time, you go and meet them again, but it's just not happening. However, sometimes you can just meet that one person, and within like minutes of meeting them, you've just got that energy, you've got that spark, that connection, whatever. It's the same with your manifestation techniques. So when you're doing your affirmations, it's like that first scenario where you're meeting somebody, it's good for you, and you're constantly repeating it, but it's not really, like embedding within you. But when you have for example, like a visualization, and that visualization, it just, it hits you. It's like if you go through like a trauma or an experience in your life, and it just changes you. So in the same scenario, if you do a visualization, for example, and you've got the right feelings, you truly feel it within you, it feels so real, and then you let it go, your manifestation will come faster, because you've got that feeling, like you imagine it's real, you imagine it's here right now, and because of that, your subconscious doesn't know what's real and what's not, so it's just a matter of time before it will come to your reality.